folks, how you doing? So, yeah, I'm going to write one more review on TripAdvisor for this motel. They use TripAdvisor and Google. I just wrote him a nice Google review. Now I'm going to write him a TripAdvisor review. While I did that, he asked me if I wanted some fruit. He gave me some like tangerines, like 5 of them. Said I could get some cereal, so I got some Raisin Bran. And 2 more of them Activia strawberry yogurts. I've already ate 2 today. I'll save some. I'll eat 1 later tonight. That stuff's super good. 4-packs are like $4 at the supermarket. They are 4-packs. Yeah, they're good for you. You just sit here, you can have, it's cool, man. And believe it or not, they're from India too. But something, they're decent, man. I mean, there's some of these, they're just, the more better properties where they put money into it and they try to take care of it, the reviews are pretty good too. So this is decent. I'm enjoying this steak. I really am. I'm really liking this. So, the next town up, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 churches. Not very many churches. There's not. I need to find out. I've got populations from this next town up all the way to where my en route is. I've got mileage. And I'm just doing like the next couple towns up, like all the way to Harlan even. So I'll get them done. So I'll know. But I got to find out if there's a Catholic church in this town I'm going up to. It's a small town, so I don't know if there is, but if there is, whatever. It's a decent day tomorrow. I should be okay, man. And if I can get a ride even past that to the next town, there's another town. We'll see how that goes. Either way, I made a call. It's American owned. It's a little small one. It's like $55-$60. Might be able to work something. That might be another one. Like I was at that one gal just said, well, hey, I'm telling you, man. It's all a person's got to do. Talk right. Do these reviews. You'll have a place to stay and something to eat in your belly. It's all you got to do. It's not hard to do. I'm telling you, it's not. Your average homeless person would never even consider or even think about doing that, ever. Alright, so yeah, can't beat that with a stick. That's really cool. I'm good. Don't need to wash any clothes. My stuff's clean. I did wash out a shirt, 2 pair of socks, and underwear with the bar soap they gave me and the shampoo. I've been going through, I bought 3 bars of that Dove Men Plus Care. I've been going through that, man. Like, I've been taking like 2 showers a day, 2 baths a day, every day when I'm in a motel. I just like sitting there like lathering up. That's some good soap I got. That Dove stuff. And Dove Men's Plus Care, it's really good. I'll buy it again. I like using it. It doesn't dry your skin out. It's super good stuff. This is the last cup of coffee I'm having today. Otherwise, my ass will be spinning all night long, tossing and turning. But yeah, man, king size frickin' bed, man. 3 pillows. I mean, a guy can just kick back. This is nice, dude. If I had the money and get a good rate, a good weekly rate, and I had the cash, I'd kick back here for a week, man. Just totally work out, stretch, and do online stuff for a week. That's what I like to do. I like doing that. Believe me, I really do. I'm telling you, I like to just kick back for 3 or 4 days. I'm telling you, the next couple hundred I get before I even get the crooks, and I might just even pop off at Todd's there for like 3 days straight. Just pay them $120 for 40 a night. I can't get no more free rooms there though. I can't. They're not going to do it. I mean, there's probably a few churches that'll do it, a few, but doubt it. I've utilized 1, 2, the Salvation Army 3 times already. Yeah, that's like they're gonna think that's my little stop. You know, travel and stop. You can only use some places so many times. I just like to use them one time. But I could go through every state like this. North, I'd use north or east, south, east, and west. I did it. I went to the whole state of Illinois and Iowa, Indiana, Illinois, and Iowa doing that, and I had no problems. It was cool. I had no problems whatsoever. I got a room every single night. That's all you got to do, man. And like I said, I've been trying to, you know, save some cash. I've been trying to. You just can't. You run into certain situations where you just can't. But anyway, I just wanted to do this other video again. Like I said, so I've got this mapped out for the next town here. Not a problem. So what I usually do is I'll fold this over like this, right? Then I'll diagonally fold it. Then I'll stick this in my little black notebook. And what I'll put on there is the town's name. So I know I can open this up. I've got phone numbers, locations, addresses. Wow. Motels, churches. That's it. That's all I care about. So that's done. Kind of a nifty little way to do stuff. Just kind of a real intelligent, nifty way to plot your course out. So I'm not pulling off somewhere, got to stop in somewhere, use internet and all that. All I got to do is find somewhere there's internet, whatever. I can just start making some calls. Like I did today. That's why I'm in this room. I just, out of the blue, dude. They have a church down here, one church that handles everything. And I couldn't get a hold of them. Nobody was there. But then I looked down there. There were some cars parked down there. I bypassed that. And the person at the chaplain there, he's a jail chaplain or police chaplain. So they're gonna. I just don't. If I don't have to, I'll use them for rides. But I don't like using ministerial associations. I really don't. I mean, if I don't have to, I won't. I just don't. I don't like doing that. You know, and when you're traveling like I am, hitchhiking and stuff, I mean, you can, you know, you talk to a person, you don't ask for money. Chances are, if you do it the right way and they kind of take a liking to it, and you can communicate with them a level head and seem like you got something about yourself when you're talking to somebody, the chances of them flipping you at least a 20 even on the way out, departing the vehicle, you're okay. You know, if you get a few rides in a day, I mean, there's enough I get up along the way there. I want to just start just not spending it. I want it when I get up to this town up here in Minnesota. My friend Todd runs that little motel there, and I get that 40 cash a night upstairs. No problem. Just 40 cash a night. He lets me go upstairs, and I don't ever leave a mess or nothing. And I'm good to go. And he's made money off me altogether over the last 4 times, 5 times I've stayed there. It's kind of like my little home away from home. I like getting up there. It's got the recliner, the bed. It's got the good Wi-Fi. It's a little, I mean, it's slow downloading stuff, but it's still cool. Usually my little go-to for a couple beers across the street. I don't really care about that now. I'm not going to be drinking any beer. That's where I just kind of kick back in my recliner, relax, listen to my music. It's quiet. I can lock the door. They have a shared bathroom with one of the other rooms, and he never puts anybody upstairs, you know. So, and there's always openings there, so not an issue. So I should be okay, and I'm good to go, man. I mean, I'm just good to go. I ain't worried about nothing, man. It's cool. I'd like to get it for a couple of days. That'd be nice. And I can always have the lunch over at you know, and I got to start saving up on these foods, man, like this oatmeal and stuff. Start saving up on it, like snatching up 3, 4, 5 packs at these motels. Seriously, peanut butter too, because I don't mind doing that for a day. Just eating like oatmeal and peanut butter I've been good today. My God, I'll tell you what, I've eaten really good today. And I had a great lunch. No breakfast, but a decent lunch, 2 activities, a bowl of soup. So I'm good. I don't need nothing till tomorrow, man. I really don't. I'm cool. So, yeah, this is awesome, man. This is really, this is cool, man. Things are really starting to work out pretty good. They're not bad at all. I'm alright, man. It could be a hell of a lot worse, too. I'll tell you that. It really could be a hell of a lot worse. So, alright, folks. I just wanted to show you how I do my little trip plan and stuff, man. So I'm going to sit down here again and do the next town and the next town. So for a total of, I'm looking at to get up to this town, this one town I need to get up to, and that's pretty sizable. It's actually, there's two towns. One's 5,000, 4,900. The other one's 8,500. So I get up to one of them two tomorrow. Even bypass. I can bypass these two small ones. We'll just see how it rolls on the rides, and I'm good, man. And then I can do that. If I can bypass a couple towns, that just cuts the towns less I got to go through. So I can whittle this list down to like six rides, and I'm where I need to be. Hopefully. We'll just have to play it by ear. But that's how I do stuff, man. You got to strategically, you just don't get out on the road blind. You don't know where you're going. Once you get there, you want to just be able to expediently get from a ride in town to a Catholic church, a library, or a McDonald's, or the main motel. I just go in and talk to the people. I just went and just talk to people. I've lined stuff up in advance before I even got there, and I got a place to stay. Off talking on the phone. So doing it like that, you save yourself a lot of heartache. It makes your traveling a lot easier. That we can just get right into a room, and you've already got your stuff tripped out for the next day. If you don't, I like to try to trip them out for like a week in advance, just so I know what time. Like I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna spend the rest of this day just kind of napping, watching some TV, listening to some music, then get back on this again, I've already had a nap earlier, so I'll just do like I did last night. I'll nap for a few hours, nap for 3 hours, and then when it gets like around midnight, I'll crash for like 6 hours, man. Get up, take my shower. If I need to shave, go in and eat my breakfast, come back to the room, make sure everything's cool, I'm loaded up. About 8:30, I'll hit that frickin' highway. So that gives me, I want to be out on that road with the sign out, 9 o'clock maximum. I've got a trip planned. So that gives me 3 hours till lunch. It's a Friday. 3 hours till lunch to get an hour to 90 minutes up the road. Get a good rides, and just boom. And I get a good ride, and it gets me an hour, a little more up there to the town I need to go to, or any of these 4 towns. My maximum cutoff would probably be this one town 93 miles up. That'd be my maximum overdrive cutoff. And that's like, that town there is actually 8,400 people, so that's good size. So is that one before that. The next two are pretty frickin' small, 1,500 and 1,600, and they're not big, and there's not a lot of churches. This one I'm into, it's probably got about 50. I like it when you got about 15 or 20 churches. Usually within 2 or 3 calls I've got a room. But I've pushed it to the max. I've started on a list. First one I called got a room. Once I'm in a room, I called another church, a couple other churches, extended it for another night. Or I went all the way through, and the very last one gave me a room. It goes either end, man. When you're doing what I'm doing, you're pushing shit to the envelope, man. I mean, you're pushing this shit all the way to maximum overdrive. That's how you got to do it, man. Otherwise, you ain't gonna, and I could take it a couple different ways, couple different versions and routes, different things I could do. I mean, I could go, I could do panhandling. I could, and that would be, but that can be a waste of time, though. I used to know a dude that did that. I've known several dudes that do that and got paid. I knew one guy. He was a pretty much hardcore alcoholic, though. He had to get his 6 to 8 25 ounces every day. He had to have at least a 6-pack a day just so he wouldn't go into DTs. Seriously, he was a hardcore. He traveled all over. But what he'd do, he would walk 3 to 4 miles out of town. He had the strategic place he'd go. Nobody was out there. That was his little turf. And no cops would bug him. They wouldn't even bug you. He'd sit out there 5-6 hours, dude, to make between 75 and $150 cash, if not more, daily, 7 days a week. And he stayed at the shelter for a couple weeks. He was cool, man. An old Navy vet. He was pretty cool, though. And hey, whatever, man. I ain't knocking you. You want to do that? Cool. You're getting paid. Man, I ain't knocking you. Doing better than I am. I just don't roll like that, but I might just start doing it because it is what it is. You don't got to give people, you just, hey, you can get a basic sign like, um, you know, any help is appreciated. Thank you. That's it. Just sit there, man, and you can scarf up. Winter time, the way this is, man, certain little smaller areas, you could probably hop up on about $100. You know, if 50 to 100, you can get enough for a room. Um, just depends on the area, depends where you're at, time of day, way you look. You're better off just being halfway decent dressed with a big bag. You don't want to look so nasty. You don't want to do that. But anyway, so just want to do this video again. Just want to kind of keep you up on a few little tactics and techniques I use to survive on the road. That's what I do. So, could do things a lot different. I could be a criminal. I could be doing crimes to survive. I don't do that though. So, I like my freedom. I like to be able to just do what I want to do, man. Crawl up in a king-size bed and relax, go to sleep. Watch some TV when I want. Whatever. Can't do that in a jail cell. So, anyway, you folks take it easy. This is Brian, American Nomad.